Hi, friends. Father Scott again. In 2001, I was the pastor of First Union Congregational Church in Quincy, Illinois, and I was also the president of the Ministerial Association in Quincy. And after the terrible events of September 11th of that year, in the morning in New York and Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C., I called all of the ministers in town and invited them to come and take part in a prayer service at the church at noon. And one of the things that we prayed for was that we would respond to this terrible tragedy and to this terrible act of hatred in ways that that showed our Christian faith, that did honor to God, and that would be a true seeking after justice and peace. We ask that God would help us not to give in to hatred, but to be true seekers after justice and peace. That was what we were always proclaiming, and we wanted to be able to live out that proclamation by being people of justice and peace. In our gospel reading for today, Jesus says, "Can a blind person guide a blind person? Will not both fall into a pit? No disciple is superior to his teacher, but when fully trained, every disciple will be like his teacher. Why do you notice the splinter in your brother's eye, but do not perceive the wooden beam in your own? How can you say to your brother, 'Brother, let me remove that splinter in your eye,' when you do not even notice the wooden beam in your own eye? You hypocrite! Remove the wooden beam from your eye first. Then you will see clearly to remove the splinter in your brother's eye." Jesus is reminding us here that if we want people to listen to what we say, we have to show them the truth of it by what we do. If we want to be able to help people to live the life that God is calling them to, if we want to ask people to be transformed and to follow a new way, then we have to be living that way ourselves. We have to be giving the example of what that life looks like. We have to be seeking after it ourselves, recognizing first the ways that we're not living up to our own proclamation and asking God to help us to deal with them. And then, and only then, will our words have effect in calling other people to change, to grow, to be better, to be more holy. So may God help us to live the example that Christ has given to us, not just to speak the words, but to live the example, to live the life that he lived, to seek the things that he showed to the world, to be love, to be peace, to be justice in the world. And then people will hear our message of love and peace and justice. May God help us to live what we say, to be what we proclaim. God bless you, and I'll talk to you again soon.